I think at this point we have enough evidence to say Witcher 4 is going to be dead on arrival. And every time they kind of open their mouths over at CD Projekt Red, it seems to get worse for the company. Now, they've hired woke activists like crazy. This seems to have an art style that's going to be pushing this weird feminist agenda. Of course, we know that the main character is being replaced, and Ciri is now going to be a Witcher, which doesn't really fit with the lore as well. But it gets worse. Gamers are attacking the CEO when he's pretending like, I'm just one of you, fellow gamers. It's really funny stuff. We'll get into this in just a moment. Please smash the like and subscribe button as we talk about all things in gaming, especially stuff like The Witcher when it's got a beautiful fantasy setting that I hope they do honor to. They've really got to nail this or they're in big, big trouble over at CD Projekt Red, but I'm not holding my breath. This is my Phantom Pulse Substack, guys. I run this with John Trent. We are covering the news that nobody else will, and so please sign up. It's in the description below. This is the place for news. We have no advertisers on there. We rely on gamers like you. It's a $5 a month subscription. That's 1 cup of coffee, and it keeps us going full time. Thank you so much for your support, guys, as we've been building this, and I appreciate everybody who reads. It's wonderful stuff. So, gamers torch CD Projekt Red CEO Michael Nowakowski after he claimed the company was not working with Sweet Baby Inc. Pretty interesting stuff. In a post to X at the end of last week, he touted the number of employees still with the company that still worked on Witcher 3 Wild Hunt. Now, this is actually a good thing if there's a lot of them out there that are working on the prior one. Witcher 3 was their biggest, most successful outing yet, and they need to replicate that with this one. He says, Witcher 3 turns 10 this May. Around 100 of its developers are still working with us to this day on our new projects, including The Witcher 4. Some are actually veterans from Witcher 2 and Witcher 1, including my esteemed co-CEO Adam Badowski, who has been with this series since its inception back in 2002. One person replied, I love how they keep pushing the word that they still have staff who worked on the previous Witcher titles, while, like, we don't know, they lost the prime meat from the bone. Interesting stuff. They do not openly tell you about those Sweet Baby Inc. employees working for them now. He says, we are not working with and have never worked with Sweet Baby. Had never heard of them till recently, to be honest. Also, we have not lost prime meat, as you put it. So very interesting right here. Now, just because he says that doesn't mean people who worked for Sweet Baby Inc. are not working for him. He just says he's not working with the company Sweet Baby. You notice how these corporate people phrase things. Very, very shady every single time. Now, he got savaged on this because Legacy Kill HD said they lost a lot of their top talent at CD Projekt Red, including at least 11 directors and department heads who exited the company by 2021 following the release of Cyberpunk 2077. That talent included studio head executive producer John Mamius, the Witcher 3 game director, that's a big one, Conrad Thomas Kios. Oh gosh, I can't pronounce this. You guys can fix me in the comments on how I'm supposed to pronounce these names. These are rough. The Witcher 3 quest director Matuz Thomas Kwitz. Oh, geez. Cinematic director Pavel Swierczynski. Yes, Swierczynski. I think I got that one right. Head of production Piotr Kryzonuswik. Oh, my gosh. And principal engine programmer Balaz Torok. Lead animator Jamie Burry. Creative director Sebastian Stepien. Senior producer Dominika Goncirowska. Engine director Tomasz Jawnarski, and the art director Katarzyna Redsuk. Now, I know a lot of you just listened to that and were like, oh gosh, we're going to listen to John just like completely botch this stuff and we're going to laugh our asses off. Shame on you. Shame on you for doing that. I tried my hardest, my friends. Give me a gold star. Oh my gosh, that's pretty rough. Furthermore, while Nowakowski complains his company is not working with Sweet Baby Inc., it did hire one of their biggest defenders in Mary Kenny after she worked with Sweet Baby Inc. during her time at Insomniac on Marvel's Spider-Man 2. That game was a woke disaster. Kenny is on record telling DualShockers that every lever must be pulled to promote the disordered LGBTQ plus agenda. This is what she said. There are so many LGBTQ developers, and we want what players want, to design experiences that tell players, we're here, we're important, and we belong. Ugh. In order to obtain this, she declared, we need to pull every lever we have, characters, community support, mechanics, to make it so. The company also hired Cian Mar to be its franchise and lore designer, even after Mar made it clear in 2020 that he wants to punch gamers. This came from a thread in 2020, I want muscles so I can effectively punch gamers. And I also carry cute people and dogs of any size easily. Oh, very nice. Ty. He says, I didn't realize until this tweet that's now also what I want. So somebody said, you want to punch gamers or you want CG to punch you? Me and Caitlin will punch gamers together, he said. The company also, the CD Projekt Red, has its own diversity and inclusion policy on its website, publicly posted. How exciting. Oh, wow. Our purpose is to create revolutionary role-playing games with memorable stories that inspire gamers. We can only deliver on these goals and promises with an amazing, passionate team whose talents and professional skills reflect the breadth of the experience in the world. A diverse and inclusive work environment boosts creativity and innovation, which exactly what we need in order to push the limits of technology and storytelling. You see all the pride flags and crap in the background. You know what they mean. When they say this kind of stuff. It's ridiculous. Given all this information, gamers torched him. Yellow Flash just hit him real hard. This was good. Why does your lore designer hate and want to punch gamers? You don't work with Sweet Baby, but you sure do hire questionable people. Cryptech said, never even heard of them till recently, to be honest. Nobody buys this. Stop insulting people with that kind of statement. You have literally a fully disclosed DEI company, and you explicitly have people who are fans of Sweet Baby Inc. Chris here says, I honestly don't believe you. I'm a nobody. I heard of Sweet Baby Inc. at least a year ago. There's no way you haven't heard of them. You literally hired an SBI defender to push agendas. You could change this course immediately and regain your glory. Don't focus on social politics, please. I think it's already too late. Witcher 4 is so far in development, guys. They're releasing trailers of it and the like. They've made it clear. We've seen who they're hiring through this entire process. They are standing with diversity and inclusivity. This is who the company is. This is who they've hired over the last few years. I'm already calling for it. I'm saying boycott The Witcher 4. We got to send these companies a message that they can't do this kind of thing. They can't just do these like female replacements of characters that we love and then just bastardize the lore of things, because if they get away with even just an inch, they're going to take a mile. These people may be changing some of their marketing so they're not going and like putting diversity and inclusivity forefront at the front of their products at this point, but I don't think a lot of these studios have changed. It's a lot of the same people, it's a lot of the same values, and these people hate gamers, as we've shown already in the comments above. This is something that is going on very, very badly with The Witcher 4. I don't think it's going to be as bad as Intergalactic. Obviously, nothing is, or is Avowed. I mean, those two are going to be the worst of the worst. But they are going to be pushing a feminist agenda. They'll probably be pushing somewhat of a queer agenda in it as well. And this is exactly what they want to do, is just obfuscate at this point with their posts online. It really is. I wish it was different. LOL, we boast about how woke and focused on DEI we are, but we're not working with Suit BB Inc., so don't worry. The studio thinks you're retarded. Vote with your wallets. And that's the thing that's insulting here. Instead of standing by their values and all that, they know where the things have shifted at this point. They know that after 2024, after all the big woke failures, the AAA games that are dying, after Ubisoft's about to be kicking the bucket because of Assassin's Creed Shadows, they know they got to be just tiptoeing with the marketing, and they're trying really, really hard just to obfuscate at this point without actually changing their real content. But we want the real content. We want good games. We want none of this stuff. We want quality fantasy. We want quality storytelling, and that's something that they're going to refuse to deliver. You watch as this goes along. I'm saying this right now. The Witcher 4 not looking good. And as you can see, all these people are calling out this guy. It needs to be done. I'm glad it's done, because the more we actually speak, the more we make our voices heard as gamers, my friends, it does rattle these people, and they're going to have to make changes eventually. Hopefully they do something before this game actually comes out. They need to retool it, I think, at this juncture. I don't know if they're going to, but we'll follow along. And if they do what's right, we'll report on that, because that's what we do. We're honest here. Please leave a comment down below what you think about this. Do you think that they're all right just for not having heard of Sweet Baby Inc.? Do you think that's legitimate? Hit the like and subscribe button. Make sure to sign up for the Phantom Pulse Substack in the description below.